Why are they waiting so long? I'm joined now by Kylie Baldwin, who is a sociology lecturer at De Montfort University, with some interesting research for us, Kylie, about why women are choosing to do this.
Yeah, I mean, my research has been looking at the motivations of these women, and quite a lot of the discussion around this technology has been suggesting that women are freezing eggs for career reasons, so they can spend more time in the office pursuing higher educational qualifications. However, the women I interviewed very much kind of rejected this suggestion and instead said this didn't reflect their experiences at all, but it was much more about the difficulties in finding the right partner with whom they could have a child.
So they are hoping that they can freeze their eggs, eventually meet Mr. Right,
yes,
and then use that frozen egg.
Yeah, that's right. But particularly what these women have been looking for isn't just this Mr. Right, the ideal partner, but it's been very much they've been seeking to find a partner who they think will be a good father. So it's not just about the right man for them, but the right father for their children. And the women I spoke to, I interviewed 31 women, they reported difficulties in finding a male partner who they think would be as committed to fatherhood as they wanted in a potential partner.
But are companies like Apple and Facebook on the right track when they offer this to some of their young female employees as something that they'll pay for?
I think
it very much gives the message that this is about career too.
It very much does, which is why I think my research is quite interesting, because it kind of runs counter to this. The availability of egg freezing technology being made available for these women in organisations such as Facebook is a good opportunity for some of these women, but the technology still isn't very good, and also there are perhaps other things that these organisations and companies may want to be doing instead of offering women a technology that isn't guaranteed.
Yeah, I wonder if these companies should be offering online dating, for instance, because that's what these women are saying. We want to find the right man.
Yes, and also having, you know, a bit of an understanding that they're going to be secure in their employment should they go and pursue motherhood, as well as there are some fears around some of them I spoke to about the possibility of maternity discrimination.
Okay, let's talk about some of the issues around freezing eggs, though. Basically, women are choosing to do it too late. Is that the case? They should be looking at this in their 20s.
Well, yeah, I mean, as we know, a woman's fertility declines as she gets older, and the average age of the women in my research were around about 38 at the time of freezing their eggs, which, of course, by this point, their fertility has declined. So women are being encouraged by various bodies to engage with this technology earlier if that's what they wish to do.
What happens to the egg once it's frozen? I mean, what about the health of that egg?
When the egg is frozen, it's held in what's called suspended animation. So if the process of freezing is successful, then the egg should remain the same. But then when it comes to defrosting the egg, essentially to use in fertility treatment, this is where difficulties can come on. And this is also, in many cases, older eggs than they would ideally be working with. So the fertilization rate and the live birth rate of this technology still isn't particularly high.
And are people raising ethical issues around the age of women when they choose to then use that egg? You know, much older women choosing to use this technology?
I mean, we still don't know how old the average age of women are when they're thawing their eggs and using them in fertility treatments, but there is a lot of discussion about this notion that older mothers may struggle to parent as effectively, and interestingly, we don't see this very much about older fathers. But some research does show that actually children born to older mothers, in particular, often have better health, educational and emotional lifestyles than children born from younger women.
And finally, what about the fact that, you know, this is really only technology available to women who can afford it, and probably Western women too, I imagine?
Yes, I mean, the cost of the technology varies across the globe. In the UK, it's around about £6,000, so it's only these women who can afford the technology who are currently accessing it.
Well, it's interesting research. Kylie, thank you very much for joining us.